God, y'all. A court reporter who was appointed to reconstruct those portions where they found problems using the audio recordings, the notes, and the original transcript said the first version contained, would you like to guess how many errors?
10,000.
18,000.
Oh my God. 18,000?
That makes me wonder how many other court reports she's done.
How many cases
did she even know how to do stenography?
Was she just like pretending?
Yeah, no shit. It's like this is.
She was transcribing in Pig Latin.
To be fair, I don't understand how that machine works. So
the second court reporter that had to come in and clean up the mess, she also had to make a new version of 53 pages of the transcript detailing pretrial issues and preliminary jury selection using stenographic notes rather than audio recordings after Halsey reportedly could not find the tape.
Wow.
That is bad suspicious.
That is very, very suspicious.
Wow.
That's like your ass can go to jail for that type of suspicious.
And that's like,
because now, I mean,
even if the woman did it, that could be
an obstruction of justice.
That'd be a huge thing to get her out of, even if she's guilty, get her out.
On a technicality. Because if she's not guilty, I hope she gets out immediately.
Right.
If she is guilty,
she's
her
heinous.
ass needs to be put to death immediately.
Yeah, because if she did this, she's
cold.
one of the most cold-blooded bitches ever.
Yeah.
You know,
her and that woman that drowned her kid in the car.
I don't understand how people like her, like that court reporter, how do they take that so lightly? I mean, these people have other people's lives in their hands.
Quite literally, yeah.
I mean, everybody makes a mistake. I was
crazy.
A court reporter. 18,000 errors?
Oh, wow. That's insane.
18, goddamn.
Have y'all...
I mean, you could randomly hit the fucking keys and not really make that many.
Well, and like 18,000 errors and had to recreate 53 pages of transcripts.
Well, have y'all heard about the case that's popped back up this week?
I don't know.
The guy that Arkansas actually already executed.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Liddell Lee.
Yeah.
Whoops.
I was actually looking and just found some stuff about that, and wow, I mean, how do you convict someone and sentence them to death with nothing? I mean,
they did
this
it
guy,
to West Memphis 3.
Yeah,
I know. I mean, but my God, his sister and his family has filed a complaint, and what they're seeking is for the city of Jacksonville to release all the materials, files, etc.
That should all be public record.
Especially since he's already dead.
Dead now.
There's no
Jacksonville is saying they won't release it without a court. If they get a court order, they'll release it.
I'd be like, fuck you. Here's a Freedom of Information Act says you will.
Well, so that's why the family's filed. But I mean, what's crazy? It says in 90.
Why are they so hung up on not releasing that?
Well, what are they going to lose? He's dead.
Well,
that makes it sound like they know they're at fault.
Oh, just wait. I'm getting to it.
Okay, we get to it.
He was convicted in 1995.
Okay.
Of the 1993 murder of his neighbor, Deborah Reese.
And this was, again, back when DNA testing wasn't so good.
I'm getting there, too.
And there was no...
Says he maintained his innocence till his death, which, of course, everybody in prison says they're innocent.
Yeah, but you know what? If I'm on death row...
I got nothing to lose.
You're talking someone on trial that's subject to the death penalty.
Yeah.
No physical evidence connected him to the crime scene.
You should not be... We should not... All right, so here's
circumstantial evidence is not enough for the death penalty. And I believe in the death penalty.
And he had an alibi witness that said he couldn't have done it.
Oh, my God.
So, get this. Wait a minute, I just lost my... They had two witnesses, supposed witnesses.
Right.
One was on drugs. The other one said she didn't have her glasses on at the time.
So they didn't have...
Possibly could have been on drugs.
So they didn't have any witnesses. So here's the thing, and I am a believer in capital punishment. I truly am.
But there needs to be physical evidence.
You should not be able to sentence somebody to death or life in prison if you don't have direct physical evidence. I don't even mean witnesses. I mean
physical evidence.
Physical evidence.
Circumstantial evidence is not enough.
Witnesses can be wrong, and these two bitches were.
If they were high, they you know.
And there's always witnesses that later on said, "Oh well, I made it up."
They said they knew the one was on drugs. The other one said she didn't have her glasses. She might have been on drugs.
I might have smoked crack before that happened. I don't know.
I mean, that's heinous. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
like I said,
that's fucking sick.
I am a firm believer in the death penalty.
And the state needs to pay for that.
Yeah, and actually, here.
But guess what?
To what you were.
See, that's bullshit.
No, and here's the deal.
And that needs to be amended too.
Let's say the family gets the materials from the city of Jacksonville, and they try to file a civil lawsuit.
Okay.
If they get anywhere, and that's a big if, then it would go to the State Claims Commission and probably go before the legislature and all that. If they got anything, it would be capped at what, $1 million, $2 million, something like that.
Now, I've been gone from the Claims Commission for a long time, 10 years now, almost. But when I was there, the largest thing that was ever awarded, and I'm talking, this was like the most slam dunk, was $2 million. I mean, and that was earth shattering because it was several times larger than anything that had ever been.
And what we're
awarded.
talking about left a child
permanently
damaged.
Completely disfigured, catastrophically.
It's just like horribly brain damaged too, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Catastrophically, like he will be a vegetable his whole life. He will require,
they got $2 million
to take care of that
and that's
kid
why I said,
who was, I think, 3 when it happened.
And that's why I said if. There's not a guarantee they would even get their case heard.
Well, see, and this whole...
Because let me tell you, if the Claims Commission can throw it out on technicality, they fucking will.
Because that's another thing. You mentioned the West Memphis 3. I'm telling you. Now, granted, it would have been a hard-fought battle if they had gotten anything. But I can tell you why the damn state of Arkansas let them take the Alford plea.
Yeah, so they couldn't sue them.
Because they knew for a fact that if they had not done that, they would have come back and sued them, and they'd have won.
Oh yeah. They had so many high-powered people behind them.
I know.
Well, and there was, again, no fucking physical evidence. You don't put people on death row or life in prison without having physical evidence.
See,
that's just...
If you are in a situation where you've got a slam dunk case but there's no physical evidence, I think that the most...
You don't have a slam dunk case.
Well, I think that the cap should be 20 years.
Well, and here's the deal, too.
But how can you have a slam dunk case without physical evidence?
Yeah. But you know what I mean. If you have that type of case, but if you're going to push for life or death, you fucking better have physical evidence that shows that Johnny Jackass was holding the knife and stabbed Susie, whoever the fuck, you know.
Well, and here's the deal. Like that Liddell Lee that the state of Arkansas executed, supposedly in that evidence that the city of Jacksonville is holding, there are fingernail scrapings. There are blood.
I wonder why they won't release it.
But at the time, they did not have the ability to test that stuff. They do now, and they have said that the stuff is viable to be tested.
Well, all right. So,
what do you bet it comes up missing?
Yeah, it will.
Well,
or water damaged or some bullshit.
That place got set on fire. How did that happen?
Flooded.
Well, but also this whole bullshit with the state of Arkansas can't be held responsible for anything. That needs to be fucking amended out of the Constitution of the state of Arkansas.
Yep.
Because
and
that is
for people that don't know. The state of Arkansas has constitutional immunity. So that means that they cannot be sued in court. So
no matter how fucked up whatever they did was.
So
and no matter how obviously wrong.
There's been wrongful death situations.
For example,
there's been,
For example, here's a case where mowers working for the highway department mowing the median in Jacksonville, and with those super duper tractors,
where the blade came off.
Well, no, it hit a piece of pipe that had been, I don't know, I'm sure they're supposed to look for large obstructions. I mean, you do that in your yard.
Well, yeah, you would think.
But anyway, it hit a piece of pipe, and I don't remember if it was the pipe that did it. I think the pipe broke the blade.
Let me ask you a question. you should know this because you were involved in the case.
It was a long time ago. There's a lot of drugs.
Was it actually a state employee doing the mowing? Because you realize now, I know nowadays, the majority of that highway mowing is contracted out.
Well, and I think that's why.
Oh, because of that? Because they didn't want to put themselves to liability?
Yeah. Okay. It's a liability issue.
Wow. Okay.
And I can't remember.
No, that's reasonable, though.
Yeah, I get, but
if it's between.
But hey, it actually, if it were to happen again, and it
helps because they helps
the people because at least they're contracted. Not, because the contractors aren't under that blanket of immunity.
Well, but as an organizational owner, if I can subcontract out not only work but also liability, I'm going to do that.
Do it, yeah.
Right. But
I mean, that just makes sense.
But we're not talking about a private for-profit business. We're talking about our state government, which I think should be held to a higher standard of care for its citizens.
You know what bothers me is the idea that we fucked up. What do you can't do shit about it.
Fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I have a problem with.
Well, here's the deal.
Because people fuck up, and I get that. We do it all the time. Yeah. And as not only an individual, as a business owner, as a federal employee, as a state, as a whole, we should all be able to say, "Hey, that was our bad. Let us make this right." Yeah. Not be, well, we're looking down on you, and we just wanted to say, "Fuck you, you can't touch us."
Who actually set up the Claims Commission?
It was set up. It was like.
I mean, was there a governor that did it? Who was behind it?
I mean, it's been. I don't remember what administration, but it has been there's been an Arkansas State Claims Commission since the 40s, something like that.
So I mean, that was set up to kind of remedy that, but at the same time, it's gotten to the point now where
it's very much a political entity.
If you were responsible for doing something, but your buddy over here is Tom Cotton, then you just call up Tom Cotton, and Tom Cotton squelches that.
He puts a little pressure on the Claims Commission, and the Claims Commission finds a technicality.
Yeah. I wish I would have called Tom Cotton when I got that $192 ticket for throwing that cigarette out of my fucking window.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't.
He probably wouldn't care.
Fucking cocksucker.
But like.
Was it in North Little Rock?
It was in North Little Rock.
You should have called me.
Motherfucker, I did call you.
Oh.
Do you not remember that?
No, I don't actually.
I got it on a Friday. I talked to you on Saturday to fucking squelch it with the fucking chief.
Yeah.
And since it was a state trooper that fucking gave it to me.
Oh, if it was a state trooper, that's different. If it was a Little Rock cop.
No, this was a state trooper.
That's different.
Okay,
and he was just being a dickhead, and I threw my cigarette.
Hit his car.
I threw my cigarette out, and it fucking hit his car. And he wrote me.
No, you threw your dangerous, hazardous material.
He wrote me a $180 ticket with a $12 processing fee for littering hazardous and dangerous materials. Like I'm throwing bags of hammers and
nails
and
anvils out the window.
Yeah, radioactive materials.
We went full program.
Wile E. Coyote.
I mean, son of a bitch, this fucking guy. Oh my god.
But yeah, the Claims Commission. So with constitutional immunity, if these people are mowing and this happened, it hit the pipe. The blade, part of the blade, shattered off. This young man was driving his child to the doctor or daycare or somewhere. It was just the dad and the baby in the car. The baby was in the back seat in the car seat. The thing went through the car door and basically sheared off like
a third
of his kid's skull and brain.
Oh my god.
And mama happened to be a nurse. And so he's calling, and oh my god, it was awful. This kid will never be okay. He'll never have a normal life. He'll never, he'll always be a vegetable. But they couldn't take.
So is he still? He's in a vegetative state.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he lived. He survived.
I bet he wish he didn't.
I bet his parents wish he didn't, because I'm sure there's no quality of life.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, he may have passed from complications by now. But
that's what I was asking. Was he in a coma?
No.
Then he wasn't a vegetable.
Yeah, and he wasn't in a coma, but he couldn't speak, he couldn't talk, he couldn't move, he couldn't feed himself.
So, like that one girl that they let starve to death. where she was conscious, but
yeah, I mean, there's levels, I guess.